Hi, good evening. कैसे हैं आप? We are going to talk about some very fun stuff today. Well, इस सेशन में हम लोग काफी सवाल करने वाले हैं. We've done a lot of theory. This is seventh session, मतलब 6 सेशन हो चुके हैं theory के. If you want to watch the other sessions, you know where to find them. Go to इसी channel के playlist पे, and you're able to check all of them out. What are we going to talk about today? Quantum numbers का जो हम लोग ideas किए थे last session, we'll use them to solve questions. A lot of fun questions. After that, we will look at a little bit of theory that will set us up very nicely for Pauli's exclusion principle and all of that in the next session. आज के लिए we'll do a lot of questions and we'll look at maybe the energy wala rule. Yeah, how do you fill electrons in subshells when you have more than one electron ka system? If you have a single electron system, क्या करोगे? If you have more than one electron system, what do you do? The concept of degenerate orbitals and all of that. That's what we're going to do today. All right. So how are you doing? मेरी आवाज आ रही है? Are you able to see me and hear me clearly? Let me know in the chat if that's good. So, have you been generally reading in NCRT? That's the first thing that I, really would like you to do. Check NCRT out, right? And you know the drill. जब भी हम लोग सेशन शुरू करते हैं, we go, we open this up, right? And we assess कि, oops, not this. ये हम लोग ने, where are we at, in NCRT specifically? So, all of this has been done pretty much. This is in part 8, okay? Electronic configuration, this part 8 mein hoga. We are mainly looking at this. P7 is also this. I know P6 also was defining atomic orbital in terms of quantum numbers. We're going to continue that today. So specifically, if you want to look at things, हमने last session में काफी theory की थी pertaining to these ideas, yeah? Psi of R versus R. मैंने ये बताया था कि NCRT में ये दोनों चीज दी गई है, but they don't have a very interesting thing. See, they have the psi and psi square, right? This has no physical meaning, and yeah, it's just a wave function. It has a complex part, a real part, and all that. मैं बताया था, if once you do complex numbers, maybe I'll explain this to you as to what the derivation looks like, kind of, at least. थोड़ा बहुत बता सकते हैं. Psi square is probability density, ठीक है? And the last part जो हम लोगों ने जिसकी बात नहीं की थी, psi square into 4 pi r square dr. Integral of this versus r, this is the actual probability. ठीक है? यही चीज हमने लास्ट सेशन में की थी. And we said that, look, this is psi square वाला function ये है, and versus, volume versus r is like this, 4 pi r square dr integral is basically exponential increasing function. Multiply both of these and you will get something that looks like this. And this is your final probability wala function. All right, cool. This is what is important to you. And yeah, this was broadly what we did in the last session. So let's start it up right away and ask a few questions. Yeah, are you ready for some questions? Let's do them. These are fun questions, easy ones, but also very doable. I think it'll help you figure out whatever exam you're preparing for, whether it's JEE, main, NEET, even advanced for that matter, right? Advanced directly इस पे सवाल नहीं पूछता. Many years back they would ask some things, and we can maybe tackle that as well today, some of them. So okay, the first question: which orbital is represented by the complete wave function psi of 4, 2, and 0? Now, ये notation मैंने specifically आपको नहीं बताई अभी तक, but maybe you've seen this somewhere. Maybe you've seen this somewhere. If you haven't, don't worry about it. I'll talk about it anyway, right? So just giving you a feel of the kind of questions जो इस यहाँ पे आ सकते हैं, and not just for JEE Main and NEET, for IAT. Oops. You guys probably saw the answer. IAT, NEST, कोई भी जो whatever exam you're preparing for, maybe Manipal का है, Comet के, whatever exam you're preparing for, it's going to cover all of them. 4D, says Deepa. All right, 4D. Thank you, Deepa. That's a very good answer. Did you see the answer or did you actually know? All right, great. So what is 4, 2, and 0? These are N, L, and magnetic quantum number values. N हो गया 4, L हो गया 2, and M is 0, which doesn't really matter so much, but M is 0. So 4D is absolutely right, and 0 मतलब बीच वाला orbital है. Not consequential here. Answer is 4D. Absolutely. Yes. Sure, YTGT, definitely. Yeah, Aksh, hi. Absolutely, you can watch this as well. But this is we're kind of closing out the second chapter. ठीक है, तो this may seem मतलब आज के session में we're going to do a lot of questions, and I've just realized my T-shirt looks like that thing, जब TV off कर देते हो and you see those bugs, it looks like that. It's funny on screen at least. I don't know how it looks like to you. That's what it looks like to me. Anyway, cool. 4D it is. Good job. Next one. The number of radial nodes, 3s, 3p, and 3d electrons are respectively. Jaldi करने वाली चीज है. You can do a lot of these very quickly. Yeah. Aksh, Deepa, do you want to try this out? YTG, do you have an idea about this? Radial nodes of 3s, 3p and 3d. अब इन तीनों के अलग रेडियल नोड्स क्यों होंगे? n वैल्यू सबकी सेम है। हाँ, n वैल्यू सबकी सेम है, तो टोटल नंबर ऑफ नोड्स सेम होंगे। व्हाट वाज द फॉर्मूला? डू यू रिमेंबर? टोटल नोड्स का फॉर्मूला था n minus 1, but radial nodes का फॉर्मूला was what? Do you guys remember this? Radial was n minus l minus 1. Simple, really easy, right? Namaste. Yeah, right back at you, man. All the love from Bangalore back to Kerala. Awesome. N minus 1 is the total. Yes, Deepa is saying 2. Okay. 2 for which one? Okay. 2 for the first one. N minus L minus 1. All right, Aksh, you know this. Great. So how do you get the total number of nodes? Let's write down the L and N values then. Na? What are the L and N values for this? N obviously तीनों का 3 है. It's 3 for both of them. All right. What about L? L is 0, 1 and 2. So number of nodes will be 2, 1, 0, 2, 1, 0, right? Option 2, option 2, option 2. Absolutely right. You're on fire. Good, good, good. You're keeping the pace going. Thank you, Deepa. Now, because Deepa is being so quick, I have a special question to give you guys. I was prepared for this. If there's even 1 or 2 students who are picking up the awesome pace, I've got a special question for you. I'm going to ask that right away after we finish these few. According to Schrodinger model, nature of electron and atom is as, this is a really easy one. Just making sure that you so or are you awake? A particle or a wave, both simultaneously. Sometimes a wave, sometimes a particle. What do you think? Sometimes this, sometimes that, always one or always both? This is more of a philosophical thing, actually, to be honest. There's no way for us to know how something behaves, because a particle could show wave nature, it could also show particle nature. So technically, it's both at the same time. You're like, what do you mean by both at the same time? That has no meaning, but that is actually what the answer is. Yeah, both at the same time is the right answer. Yeah, C is the right answer. It's not sometimes. Yeah, this is, I told you, it's a philosophical idea. It's not sometimes. It's option C. It's both all the time. Like when you say that light behaves as a wave and a particle, you mean it behaves as both at the same time. Light has an electromagnetic nature and it has photons, the nature of a particle, Even in the Vedas, it talks about particles of light. So yeah, absolutely. What is Schrodinger model? Aksh, that's a great question. You should check out the last session number 6, where we talk about the Schrodinger model. Okay. Schrodinger model is basically, there was some equation that was solved. उस equation को solve करने से we got n, l, m and ms values. ठीक है? Of different orbitals that define this probability wala funda. Instead of orbits, we are now gone to orbitals. That's what we did in the last session. Okay, cool. Here is another easy one. Which of the following statements is correct? Is correct. Number of angular nodes is n minus l minus 1. Number of radial nodes is l. Total number of nodes is n minus 1. All of these are correct. What do you think? Sab sahi hai? All of them look correct to me, or maybe just one of them is correct. What do you think? Too easy? Let me give you a slightly more interesting question. Slightly interesting question. Option C, option C. Absolutely. Good job. You're on fire, man. Okay, one more easy question. Using SBDF notations, describe the orbital with the following quantum numbers. Yes, Deepa is on fire. Absolutely. Okay. Now, this is not a MCQ. Each of these A, B, C, and D are talking about different orbitals. Okay. Or maybe some of them, this should be 3. Sorry, let me fix this. Last wala 3 hona chahiye. 4 makes no sense there. Give me a moment. Yeah, I thought I changed it, but there are so many slides. I changed it in one place, didn't change it the other one. Okay, cool. I have changed it. Now, each of these things, A, B, C, and D, will be different ideas. Okay, different values. Late ho gaye? Narmo! Wow, Bara, you're going to be doing this? That's awesome. Padhaya tune ye. I'm not doubting your capabilities anyway, but all right, awesome. What do you think about this one? Deepa, this is not an option, right? This is not something where you have to give me the answer as A, B, C, or D. You have to give me which orbital in all of these. If you want, I can do one for you. This is 3 and 0, 1, 2 is what? 0, 1, 2, 3 is S, P, D, F. So this is 3D. All right. We want to talk about a specific one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're talking about this guy and maybe one electron over here, plus half. मतलब clockwise spin. Clockwise, counterclockwise bolte hain, but it's actually just a quantum mechanical spin. Right? Yes, Deepa. 3D. All right. We're getting somewhere. 3D, 2S, 4D. What about the last one? Okay, I like this. 3D sounds good. Let's write the easy ones first. N. Then this is S. 0 is S. 2 is what? 2 is again D. 3 is F. That's it. 3s, 2s, 3d, 2s, 4d, 4f. Simple stuff. And if you want to designate the actual electrons also, this is going to have a negative half. This is going to be plus half. अच्छा, this plus लिखा था क्या? मैंने गलती से negative लिख दिया. So this is going to be plus half. Let me fix that. That's the beautiful thing. I can fix it on the spot. On the spot, right here with you right now. Give me 20 seconds. We'll fix it right away. This should be upar. Right, this should be upwards. All right. Great. Yeah, we figured this out. We figured this out. Good job. Minus half means 3 would be the last one. Okay, great, great. You're getting the hang of this. Okay, one more. Counseling. Okay, Srilata. Welcome, Srilata. It's been a while since we've seen you. Srilata, Benji, suniye to. Go to this, no? You reached out to me on Telegram and on Discord as well, right? How about this? My good friend? Come here and we'll talk about things not related to atomic structure. Not here. This right here. There's a link. There's a pinned comment. Go to this Discord channel. Go to this Telegram channel. Whatever. If you want to see my other sessions, you may have missed the first 6 sessions for some reason. You can find them here as well. Yeah, lectures, class 11. Go to atomic structure of the atom. This is the same thing. Okay, if you click on this, it shows up these same sessions that we are doing right now. All right. You know all this. Let's chat there if you want to talk about anything that's not pertaining to this session right now. And if you want to download the app, that's the second link. Okay, the Aakash Drive app. I'm going to get back to this session. We're going to get back to teaching here. All right. What's up? Online? That's great, Shiza. Good to hear. Congratulations on your great score. Awesome. Good. Congratulations, score. All right. What about this question? Let's get back to this. Hey, Hare Krishna, Rishabh. Which of the following statements concerning the 4 quantum numbers is false? Now that we've got a lot of folks here, the next question is going to be interesting, and I mean it's going to be fun and interesting. Okay, let's do this one. This one's easy. Aksh, yes. ये कौन सा गलत है इसमें से? N gives an idea of size. This is great. छोटा n मतलब छोटा size. Okay, big size. Cool. L gives the shape. Okay, size, shape. M gives energy. No, that's not true. N also gives energy. Okay. S describes spin. That's right. So C is wrong. Okay. Cool. All right. Okay. One more easy one. A subshell having n equal to 5, L equal to 3 can accommodate maximum of how many electrons? Yes, Deepa, Swastika, Aksh, bilkul sahi. Yeah. What about this one? Online साहब, it's vast. बहुत पढ़ना पड़ता है 11th 12th क्या करें? What to do? All right, Narmo. Absolutely. Yeah. Look at that. I like that. Yeah, absolutely. Swastika says this one's D, this one's A. Okay. All right. Swastika is saying this one's A. Subshell having 5L, 10 electrons. See, 10 electrons would be the D orbital, I guess. L equal to 3 का क्या मतलब होता है? I'll write that down एक बार फिर से if you want. L is 0, 1, 2, and 3. And there's 4 also, but we don't talk about that so much. It's like the, that uncle at the, that you don't really talk about so much. S, P, D, F, right? So we're talking about the F orbital over here. So it's going to have 14 electrons and not 10. 18 is weird, but it's possible. F के बाद G भी है, H भी है. So yeah, theoretically all these things exist, but we don't talk about them. Okay, 14 is the answer to this one. Now let's talk about an interesting one. I'm going to add a slide here. I thought that, just to keep things interesting, I'm going to go way outside the syllabus here, like way outside. But hey, we're on the JEE channel. We like doing fun things. So let's do this. Yeah, this is interesting. You'll be able to do this. It's not, मैं ये नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि ये मुश्किल है. What I'm going to do, it's not difficult at all. It's just things that you may not have seen before. Maybe if you've seen it before, you can do it great. But मुझे लगता है शायद नहीं देखा होगा आपने. Okay. So I'm just going to draw this with my hand, rough. ऐसा ही. I was just reading something before the session. Okay. So if I draw these, whoa, did I open something? Oh, Gaming Hub. What is that, bro? I think I clicked something. I have a heavy book in front of my hand, which is why, I clicked on some random thing. Okay. So if I draw this sort of, say psi versus R wave function. This is 1, this is 2. Can you do one thing? Can you tell me how many nodes you have just by looking at this? Let's keep it simple. This one is easy. Yeah, all of these are psi versus R. Okay. This is 0. Okay. How many radial nodes? Let's keep it easy. First मुझे बताइए रेडियल नोड्स कितने हैं. First one, while I draw you can keep giving me answers. Let's put the zero थोड़ा सा ऊपर इधर. जिसका zero यहाँ पे है. ठीक है. This is the second one. Okay. This is the third one. Let's see. Oh, this one's interesting. रुको. इसका भी थोड़ा ऊपर कर देते हैं. This is the third one, which goes like this. Okay. This is the third one. What about the fourth one? इसका भी zero थोड़ा ऊपर कर देते हैं. Just for the heck of it. Okay. While I draw, I hope you guys are already giving answers. मैं देख नहीं रहा अपनी स्क्रीन को, but answers देते रहो. Don't let that stop. Okay. My drawing skills are exceptional, I know. Oops. Okay. How many nodes do you think these guys have? Radial nodes only. Okay. Radial nodes only. ठीक है? Okay. Okay. Deepa says 0 in the first one. And Aksh says 0, 1, 2. Okay. Great. So you guys have the hang of it. Yes. Aksh, bilkul sahi. 0, 1, 2, 1. Perfect. Simple. Okay. That was easy. 0, 1, 2, 1. Why? Why 0, 1, 2, 1? Because a node is something where psi is equal to 0. Perfect. Now, what if I told you कि अरे रुको बुक हाथ में है, बहुत भारी बुक है भाई, मजाक नहीं कर रहा हूं मैं. रुको. What if I told you कि L value, I tell you the L values, okay, for all of these. It is 0 and दूसरा वाला कहाँ गया? This is 0 and तीसरा वाला कहाँ गया? It's here. Wait, this one. This is again 0. अच्छा. And this one, L value is 1. Can you guess the N value from the L value? Is it possible at all? मैंने आपको L value बता दी है. Can you tell me what are the N values for all of these now? Same cheese. Now you tell me the N values. Yes, दीपिका बिल्कुल सही. नर्मो फोर्थ वाला अजीब लग रहा है. 0, 1, 2 ट्रू है. फोर्थ वाला भी 1 है. It's just one radial node. Don't count this. Narmo, I know what the confusion is, right? In the first one, you may say that this also is a radial node. So that is a rule, okay? You don't count at r equal to 0. You don't count that as a radial node. Thank you for asking that question, Narmo. It's a beautiful observation. Fourth में क्या होगा, है ना? When r is equal to 0, you don't count it as a radial node. अरे मेरे भाई -1 क्या बोल रहे हैं आप? I've told you the L values here, ठीक है? L equal to 0, L equal to 0, L equal to 0, L equal to 1. How do you get N values from here? -1 कैसे हो सकता है? Okay, Deepa is saying पहला वाला 1s है. Okay. What about the others? What about the others? Can you guess now what are the N values for rest of them? Yes, Aksh, that is the formula for radial nodes. Okay, Aksh, thank you. N minus L minus 1 is radial node. बिल्कुल सही. ठीक है? So using that formula, can you get the N values then? You can, right? Isn't it easy? Tell me the N values. 1s बिल्कुल सही है. Good job, Deepa. First one. Deepa, what about 2, 3 and 4? Aksh, you are on the right track, Aksh. Perfect you're doing. जो आप कर रहे हो बिल्कुल सही कर रहे हो. Aksh, okay, let me take the next page. You don't even need those diagrams. 0, 1, 2 and 1. These are your N minus L minus 1 values. ठीक है? And I have told you that the L values are 0, 0, 0 and 1. Use math. I'm asking for N कितना होगा? Why can't we do this? It's easy to do, no? है ना? अक्ष समझ में आया? That's it, yaar. It's just math. Don't get scared by these diagrams. Yes, Deepa has hit the nail on the head. Deepa, think about what you're saying. You are absolutely right on 1s, 2s and 3s. That is perfect. But can you really have 1p? Think about it. 1p तो possible नहीं है ना? कुछ आपने गड़बड़ी की है. Varad, hi, how are you doing? You understand why 1p doesn't make sense? No, it must be 2p. Maybe थोड़ा सा math का कुछ कर दिया होगा आपने. So we say that n minus L minus 1 equal to 1. L is equal to 1, right? So n minus 1 equal to 1, n equal to 1. ये तो कुछ गड़बड़ी होगी ना? What is happening here? How do we get n equal to 1 here? Does that make sense? कुछ तो गड़बड़ी हो गई इधर, नहीं? 3p. Yes, Varad, thank you. I know what you did. Aksh, Deepa, you saw I recreated what you did. You have to add, yeah, don't subtract. Exactly. 3p हो गया ना? It is 1 plus 1 plus 1, है ना? What you did was 1 minus कुछ करके हम we got to 1, है ना? वरद बिल्कुल सही बोला आपने. This is 3p. You're on target. You're all wonderful students. मैंने बोला था, if you guys answer the easy ones, I'll give you one very interesting question. This is my interesting question for you. ठीक है? Let me write that down. Excellent work. Who figured out 3p? Varad. Lovely. This is 1s. This is 2s. This is 3s. Aksh, why 1s? See, this is the formula I've got. Okay. So n minus l minus 1 is 0. That means in this first case, n is equal to 1. That's it from these three equations. Second case, n equal to 2, n equal to 3. And again using this, n equal to 3 that we have just done over here. Okay, cool. Deepa, you good? It can't be 1p. The 1p doesn't make sense. Okay, ठीक है. Since we are doing interesting things, let us do one more very interesting thing. Don't tune out, huh? अभी तो, the fun has just started. Okay. Now I'm going to go one step further and I'm going to tell you कि यही, all of these, what do I have here? I have 1s, 2s, 3s and 3p. Now out of these, ये equation किसकी है? किसकी हो सकती है? I'm going to write an equation for you. Okay. 1 by 486. Don't get scared by the numbers. Use logic. Okay. ठीक है. This is the value of this is the wave function. ठीक है. This is psi of r, where this weird thing is a function of r. ठीक है. 2z by na times r. A is equal to a naught, which is Bohr radius. ठीक है. अब मैंने तुमको इतनी कहानी दिखाई. Looking at this, don't get scared. Can you tell me which orbital can this be? If I've given you this expression, okay, basically this is a function of r directly. ठीक है. This is directly dependent on r. Okay. So is this 1s, 2s, 3s, or is this 3p? Which one can it be? Varad, why do you think it's 1s? Why is it 1s? देखो, L equal to 0. L की कहां बात हो रही है? L तो इसमें है ही नहीं. Where is L? That is not L, dude. That is how do I say this? That is rho. RHO. ये जो हम लोग लिखते हैं ना डेंसिटी वाला रो, that is that. It's not L. L नहीं है. देखो, यहां पे जाओ. ठीक है. When do you get a node? This is trying to say that at the value of psi equal to 4, this is going to have a function of 0. At rho equal to 4, psi equal to 0. मतलब इसका एक नोड है. अगर इसका एक नोड है, which one can it be? Which one can it be? What do you think? Out of these, it can be either this or this. So either 2s or 3p. Yes, no, maybe. From this equation जो मैंने हाथ से लिखी है, इस equation से you can deduce this has one node. Okay. Similarly, I can draw another equation for you and make this a little bit crazier. Okay. 1 by 243 half z by a power 3 by 2, 6 minus 6 rho plus rho square e power minus rho by 2. What is this? Nothing, man. It's not complicated at all. Which one is this? Is this 3s or 2s or 1s or 3p? Which one can it be? Yes. There is an R term. Varad. यही तो R है. देखो मैंने यहाँ पे ध्यान से लिखा है. Then this standard stuff, I'm not making any stuff. This is directly from Atkins. I'm not making anything up. I'm not giving you random hypothetical things. Okay. दिस जो है, दिस इज अ फंक्शन ऑफ आर इटसेल्फ. दिस इज एग्जैक्टली हाउ जेईई एडवांस का सवाल आता है. दे विल गिव यू सम सो मच राइट अप एंड यू विल गेट कंफ्यूज, लगा दे क्या हो रहा है, बट इट्स नॉट कॉम्प्लिकेटेड एट ऑल. सी, रो इज 2z by na times r, so it is directly a function of r. You see that a is a constant, n is a constant, z is a constant, z is an atomic number, कोई भी atomic number, right? r है यहाँ पे. So all of these are r terms. Okay, wherever you have rho is a r term. So at rho equal to 0 there is a this thing. And because look at that, because there is a rho term, it cannot be this, it has to be 3p. Look at this, isko dekho. Here at r equal to 0, psi is equal to 0, hence it has to be 3p. ये समझ में आ रहा है? This has to be 3p, right? In this case it has to be 3s. क्यों? क्योंकि इसमें दो नोड्स हैं. This is a quadratic equation. ठीक है? Since this is a quadratic equation, it has two nodes. All right. Hence, this is going to be 3s and nothing else. हो गया भाई, खत्म. Quantum is done. Schrodinger wave equation is completely done with this. Any doubts on these two things that I just did? I thought we'll have some fun with this. ज्यादा हो गया क्या? बट मजा आया, राइट? इससे ज्यादा मुश्किल किसी भी एग्जाम में कुछ नहीं आएगा, फॉर श्योर. दिस इज इट. ऑलराइट, मजा आता है ना? बढ़िया. Let's do some easy ones now. Let's get back on track. Yeah. The angular momentum of electron in d orbital is equal to what? Angular momentum of an electron in d orbital is equal to what? Now we're going to easy stuff. What is angular momentum? Under root of L into L plus 1 times h bar. H bar नहीं, इसको कुछ और बोलते हैं. It's called something else. But basically h bar I want to say is h by 2 pi. है ना? ये याद है? Bharat, C? Yeah, absolutely. Easy one. This is C. All right. Next one. Good job, Bharat. The following quantum numbers are possible for how many orbitals? N equal to 3, L equal to m is plus or minus 2. कितने orbitals में ये हो सकता है? This way. इसमें भी C. Bharat, पिछला वाला C था. Number was saying C. Absolutely right. This is also C or what? What do you think? How many orbitals? N equal to 3, L equal to 2. L equal to 2, S, P, D. So we're talking about D. We're talking about 3D. And plus or minus 2 मतलब दो orbital ना? खत्म. Oh, not plus or minus 2. It's only plus 2. Oh, it's just one. It's just one. Jigyashu is just one, I feel. Yeah, Bharat. Narmo, I agree. It's just one. It's just this guy on the right. पहले वाले पता नहीं why I thought it was plus or minus 2. But no, it's just plus 2. If it said plus or minus 2, दोनों हो जाते. But right now it's saying only plus 2. Okay, easy one. Another one. Which of the following combination of quantum numbers is allowed? Next one. Let's go on. Yes, Aksh, बिल्कुल सही. A. Which of the following combination of quantum numbers is allowed? Which part, Prajwal? कौन सा part? I mean, that's a very generic question, my friend. Elaborate a little bit. Which of the following combination of quantum numbers is allowed? Allowed का मतलब क्या है? Allowed का मतलब है कि ठीक है, n की जो वैल्यू हुई, L should be maximum n minus 1 तक, उससे ज्यादा बड़ा नहीं हो सकता है. And then corresponding to this L, m lies between minus L to plus L. And then magnetic spin can be plus or minus half. These are your four conditions, so to speak. I mean, not four, but n को fix कर दिया. Then these are your conditions for L, M and MS. Okay. All right. Previous one. All right, Prajwal. We'll do that. Just let's do this one. Narmo thinks it's A. Combinations is allowed. Okay. Narmo, the problem with A is that you've got spin quantum number to be 0. Magnetic spin, but it has to be plus or minus half. No. It can be look like it works, but this is the problem. Hence, this is not going to be the answer. Similarly, I think B works. Yeah, this is 2s. Okay, perfect. And these are jokes. Like minus 3, minus 2 are just funny things to write. This is ये तो गलत है. And yeah, here last one is a little tricky. This is 1s, and 1s cannot have L, m value to be this thing, because m takes values from minus L to plus L. Hence the answer, as you guys have predicted, is B. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Bharat, good job. Jigyashu, good job. Aksh, yeah. Pari, all right. Prajwal, what was your concern with this question? Isme, the following quantum numbers are possible for how many orbitals? Maybe, Prajwal, maybe you missed my last class where I specified that if you give n value, L value and ml value, then you're fixing the orbital. It's just one orbital. All right. That's what we are testing in this question. एक orbital पक्का हो गया. क्यों? I have said it is 3D. And 3D में कौन सा? Specifically वो last वाला जहां पे +2 है. That one only. If you want to talk about the other ones, this is going to be +1, this is 0, -1, -2. They're different orbitals. Only one orbital if you say +2. If I say plus or -2, then it will be this and this. That's all I said. ठीक है, आगे बढ़ते हैं. Cool. That was the fun question solving part of today's session. Let's go to some other things that we should get through today as well. There are some rules of filling electrons in orbitals. Now, this filling of electrons in orbitals seems like an arbit idea because you're never going to have, you're not God. You're not going to be making atoms, filling them electron at a time. That makes no sense. I'll tell you where it's useful. When you are trying to do some maths, these will help as limits. Matlab, say you come up with a new set of math, like quantum mechanics में एक नई चीज तुम इन्वेंट करते हो, उसका कुछ बाउंड्रीज होंगी. There may be some limitations कि this it can do, this it cannot do. This will help you figure that out. Okay, there's something called the off-bow principle, which basically says कि okay, the electrons, they go into shells not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but there's something else also. There's the orbitals also play a role, not just the n value. So it is n and L value that figure out energy. That's one thing. These two we'll do in the next session. Okay? We'll focus on off-bow principle in today's session. Yeah, Pari. Second last and last. All right. That's okay, Swastika. If there's anything you don't understand, you can always reach out to me. You can try your best to reach out to the most people, but कुछ लोग बहुत बढ़िया से समझेंगे, कुछ लोग कुछ नहीं समझेंगे. That always happens. There's always going to be a Gaussian curve, like in everything else. Most people are going to be lying here. There'll be some outliers who understand everything, each word. There'll be some outliers who won't understand anything. सब जगह ऐसे ही होगा ना. What is off-bow principle? Electrons are filled in different orbitals in order of their increasing energies. And this is important. It's not just increasing energy. मतलब you usually think n. It's not just that. It is n plus L that matters over here. Okay, which is the weird thing. Why are you adding two quantum numbers? We're not. We're not adding two quantum numbers. This is a crude way of remembering कि energy levels are figured out by this sum, n plus L का sum, okay, and not just n. All this time मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ, I've been telling you, everybody's been teaching you, energy depends on n, which is the principal quantum number, but the energy of orbitals depends on this n plus L value, okay. इसी से आपको वो NCERT में अजीब सा चीज बनती है, ठीक है. Now we'll take a step back. This is a multi-electron system. Let's talk about single electron system because that becomes very interesting. Energy of subshells of H-like species. H-like species मतलब हाइड्रोजन, इसमें सिर्फ एक इलेक्ट्रॉन है. मतलब the only forces that exist are between the nucleus and that electron. Okay, attractive forces. There are no repulsive forces. Okay, at least electron के लिए कोई repulsive force नहीं है. In that case, if n value same है, then everything else will have the same energy there. This is very interesting. You see this here? ये लिखा है कि 2s और 2p की एनर्जी सेम होगी, 3s 3p 3d की एनर्जी सेम होगी for a single electron. How does this make sense? Look, this is just like that ना. If I have, you remember हम लोग ने किया था when we were doing hydrogen emission and absorption, we said n equal to 1 is here, n equal to 2 is here, n equal to 3 is here, n equal to 4 is here. What does that mean? We didn't care whether it was in S or P or D. We did not care. We just drew one line saying this is the energy level. That's exactly what this is saying. These are those lines. This is n equal to 1. This is n equal to 2, n equal to 3, n equal to 4. These orbitals are said to be degenerate, which sounds like a negative word, like degen, but if we're just trying to say that they have the same energy. So, for hydrogen-like species, or orbitals that have the same n value will be degenerate, which means they'll have the same energy. Okay? Pari, ruk ja, Pari. What is P6? Pari, I think that goes in periodic table, okay, which we'll discuss there. or if it goes in electronic configuration, we'll do that there. Yes. All right. Cool. What's up, Shaurya? How you doing? Yes. That was a single electron species. What about multi-electron species? This is where we say that N plus L matters and not just N. And again, I'm telling you, this is just a crude way to remember what the energy is going to be. So a low value of N plus L means कि I'm going to speed up. It's simple now. A lower value of N plus L means कि वो पहले fill होगा. High value means बाद में fill होगा. That's all. That's all. What does this mean? Okay, let's take an example. 3D. 3D में N plus L का क्या हुआ? N is 3, L is 2. So totally हो गया 5. And this is where things get interesting. Now you see you have 4s. You have 4s. This is the most common example of this. 4s, N is 4, L is 0. So the sum comes to be 4. So 5 is greater than 4, which means that 3D has a higher energy than 4s. Which is why 4s gets filled first and then 3D gets filled. You see, this is where it's actually useful. मैंने ये बताया, you're not going to sit and fill electrons from 1s to 2s to 3. You don't care about that. But this, for 3D elements, this is crazy useful. Think about it. Think about it. Varad, yeah, why not? Degenerate hai, but S sorry, P orbitals are all going to be degenerate. D also going to be degenerate in theory for us right now. F also, but F के बारे में ज़्यादा बात नहीं करते हैं, right? Technically speaking, even dx, dy, they're splitting, right? D may be splitting होती है, but that you learn in coordination chemistry. Right now at our level, we can say that P is going to be degenerate. We'll talk about that. शौर्या, अभी तक मैं सवाल ही कर रहा था. अभी तुम randomly आधे घंटे बाद आके बोलते हो क्वेश्चन दो प्लीज. Rewind the class and बैठ के देखो क्वेश्चन. ठीक है? Varad, I think I answered your question, but we'll talk about that one more time. But this is crazy. Look at this. What happens in 3D is 4s gets filled first and then 3D gets filled because of the energy this thing. But it's weird, right? I've got 1, 2, 3 and 4. This is 4, 3. Although 4 bahar hai 3 ke, 4 gets filled first. But, and this is the most fun part, when I have to remove an electron. What is removing an electron? Say I have zinc, which is 3D10, 4s2. If I make it zinc 2 plus, where do these two electrons come from? Any idea? तुम लोगों को मालूम है क्या? ये दो इलेक्ट्रॉन कहां से निकलते हैं? This is one example. Another example. And this is what example can I give you? Can I give you an example without falling into a trap? सोचने दो. Let's take this. Let's take 3d6 4s2. ठीक है? Which is iron. इसके पहले एक आर्गन भी होता है. ठीक है? इसके पहले है आर्गन. इसमें अगर मैं दो इलेक्ट्रॉन निकालूं Fe2+, where do these electrons go from? Bharat, good job, bro. Zahir भी 4s. Yes. जहीर खान जी, बहुत बढ़िया बॉलर थे, उम्दा बॉलर थे जहीर खान नाम के. I don't know if you guys know him. If you want to check out my sessions, go here. There are linked. इसमें as a pinned comment that says bento.me/I teach chem. You can go there. जितना थर्मो पढ़ना है पढ़ लो मेरे भाई. Go here. I have some insanely amazing sessions on thermo. Look at that thumbnail. It's like the best thumbnail I've made at this company so far. A lot of PYQ, a lot of stuff. Check it out. And bro, I like thermo, so you gotta check these out. I'm gonna get back to today's session. Okay, 4s पहले निकलता है. Absolutely right. 4s पहले क्यों निकलता है? Why is it that 4s पहले निकलता है? 4s से पहले इलेक्ट्रॉन पहले इसलिए निकलता है क्योंकि outermost shell is still 4s. It does not matter कि एनर्जी किसकी ज्यादा है, एनर्जी किसकी कम है. When you're removing electrons, while you're filling, sure. When you're removing electrons, 4s से जाएगा भाई. Outer electron is still 4s. That's it. ठीक है? All right. Pari says they are studying the periodic table. All right. Sure. Pari, how about this? Pari, आपके लिए भी एक solution है. Go to that same link that I just shared with you. Join this Discord channel, join these Telegram channels and ask. जो doubts है, how much ever you like, you ask. And students will help you. If I have time, I also help you. Go there and you post. Because I'm teaching atomic structure right now, I just want to stay on target, right? And this is completely free. You can ask and people will answer. Okay. So, okay. बहुत बात हो गई 4s और 3d के बारे में. ठीक है? तो 4s is filled before, but 4s यहाँ पे लिखा नहीं मैंने because we'll do it later. Loses electrons first. Ionization. When ionization happens. What is ionization? Removing an electron from the outermost shell is called ionization. and the energy associated with it is called ionized energy. Can I suggest something to you, Pariji? Since I like that chapter quite a bit, can I suggest this to you? Go to this site called ptable.com. Okay, what is this, bro? हमने बोला ptable.com, ये कुछ ही और ही खोल दिया यार. ठीक है, go to this site. This is not promotion or anything. I just love this site. We're not getting paid to do this. It's free. It's completely free. It's amazing periodic table. Start looking at this table and look at all these values. जो भी तुम पढ़ रहे हो, if you're studying electron affinity, ionization energy, जो भी कर रहे हो पढ़ो. And if you're going to study chemistry, atomic structure के बाद जो भी chemistry तुम पढ़ोगे life में, always keep the site open and check all these values. ठीक है? As and when you study them. All right, cool. We'll go back to our awesome session right now. Cool. So, if you have two subshells that have the same n plus L value, thoda sa theory, then the subshell with lower n value has lower energy, which means if I have 3D and I have 4p, dono ka 5 hai, then we say that this has lower energy. And again, guys, this is just a hack, okay, that will help you get marks in JEE or in NEET. In reality, there's a lot more maths behind this, but let's say abhi ke liye yahi hai, theek hai? 3D will be filled first because of lower n value, because khatam, theek hai? Okay. So you compare energies of all of these. Now you see the orbitals get split. They are not all degenerate anymore. ठीक है, वरद जो पूछ रहे थे, देखो 2p के सारे degenerate है, 3p degenerate है, 4p degenerate है. 3D is degen. 3D is degen when you have atoms that are by themselves. If you have things like Fe2 plus or ions, then 3D also splits into 2. Okay, depending on what you have, and that we'll do in coordination. Abhi I can't really talk about it. You can again go to my session and check that out. This splitting happens, is called whatever, because some reason there are some fancy things happen. Coordination chemistry. Okay, 3D elements are crazy, so there's a splitting that happens there. Degenerate के लिए for our level, they are degenerate like this. ठीक है, P अलग से they are all the same. Px, Py, Pz, dx, dy, dx square, dy square and dz square. All right, quick comparison. H-like species में energy of subshell depends only on n. Energy of subshell depends on n plus L for multi-electron species. Only attractive forces are present. Here, electrons experience attractive as well as repulsive forces. In fact, next में एक बहुत खतरनाक सवाल इस पे आया था, which spoke about electron repulsions, which you have to subtract. You can check my session out on the NEET channel. I've done that if you want. Yeah, that was a crazy question. Cool. That was it, right? So, look at this. Broad, एक simplistic diagram है कि अगर इसमें 5 इलेक्ट्रॉन है, तो then they all repel each other. Hence, it's going to disturb the force, so to speak. Shaurya, आ गया सवाल. In a 3D subshell, all the 5 orbitals are degenerate. What does this mean? Hi, Maithili ji. Sure, bro. All right. Hype live. All right, bro. All right. A set of half filled or fully filled is more orbital. Varad, that's not why it loses electrons first. What you're talking about is something with exchange energy. We'll talk about later on, maybe in the next session, but not right now. Pari, Narmo, Varad, and Varad फिर से are saying C. Yeah, this is simple. You'll answer it to sleep. Okay, great. Next one. Oh, fun questions. 2 very fun questions. These are good questions. Degeneracy of the second excited state of H is Y. Find the value of Y. What do you think about this? What is second excited state of Y? Of H. What is second excited state? पहले वो पता करो and find the value of Y. Ooh, second excited state. बताइए इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? 5. भरत भाई 5 कैसे हुआ? भरत 5? अच्छा. I think. Bro, how is it 5? I can't. Okay. We'll get to 5. Pari, absolutely right. जहीर भी 5 बोल रहे हैं. यार मुझे बताओ थोड़ा. हाँ परी, बिल्कुल सही परी. रुको. जहीर और वरद, एक्सप्लेन करो 5 कैसे आया. अरे नहीं, सॉरी वाली बात मतलब. It's good to know. Tell me how you got 5, so that it will help clear misconception of other students who are not watching this live. There are going to be thousands of people watching this not live for whatever reason, right? You tell me what made you get to 5. I'm not able to see 5 कैसे आ रहा है. Okay, I'll tell you why I'm not able to see that. Okay, first state, is n equal to 1. Second is n equal to 2. Okay, but we're not talking about this. Let's call this ground state. And this is first excited state. Then this second excited state is n equal to 3. Cool. So I have 1s1, एक electron है. It goes to 2s1 or it could go to 2p1 or 2p कहाँ पे? It could go anywhere. It could go px, py, pz. It can be here or here or here, anywhere. I'm going to use different colors ताकि लोग ना समझे कि भाई तीन इलेक्ट्रॉन डाल दिए एक बाल बोल के, तो कुछ भी हो सकता है, ठीक है? और here could be anywhere. All right. So in the first excited state, I would have 4 degeneracy. क्यों? 3 p के और एक s का, ठीक है? n equal to 3 के लिए I'll have 3s, 3p, 3d, सब सेम हो जाएंगे, तो 5, 3 और 1, है ना? ओ, मैं समझा. Now I get why you were saying 5, है ना? सिर्फ 3D का आप लोग 5 बोल रहे थे, समझ गया. So you figured out it is n equal to 3, but आपने n equal to 3 को आपने 3D में डाल दिया. I understand how you're getting 5 now. I get it. So you have to count all of them. हाइड्रोजन का, ठीक है? Okay, now next वाला क्वेश्चन, ये वाला तो सिंपल था. Next one is interesting. Next question is interesting. Good job. 9 is the right answer. Lovely. शौर्य भाई क्या आके बोलता है क्वेश्चन करो फिर भाग जाता है, क्या भाई शौर्य? Degeneracy of the second excited state of H minus is Y. Hi Yusuf, find the value of Y. Oof. Would it help if I told you कि ये JEE Advanced में ऐसा सवाल आया था? Would it help? I don't know. Maybe आया था, maybe नहीं आया था. Not to scare you. Maybe AIPMT में आया था. I don't know. कहीं ना कहीं. जिपमेर, पहले जो है जिपमेर का अलग पेपर होता. भाई मैं सेशन कर रहा हूँ JEE NEET सबके लिए. Okay, it's not for one or the other. It's for everybody. It's for everybody. 9, you think Bharat? भारत देख यार, यहाँ पे H माइनस हो गया है, ठीक है? H माइनस का मतलब क्या है? H माइनस में व्हाट इज माय ग्राउंड स्टेट? माय ग्राउंड स्टेट इज 1s2. इट इज नो मोर 1s1. व्हाट इज द फर्स्ट एक्साइटेड स्टेट? फर्स्ट एक्साइटेड स्टेट, let's take 1 electron at a time. You might be tempted to say 2s2, but that will not be the first excited state. Okay. So, I know this is a bit of a leap of faith, but I'm going to say 1s1 and 2s1. ठीक है? Then you go to the second excited state. Second excited state में क्या हो जाएगा? You have 1s1, 2s0, 2p1. Yeah? परी, पर आंसर तो बताओ. You agree with me? Is this okay? Or is this very random? Not 1s2, sorry. 1s1. मैंने बोला 1s1, पता नहीं 1s2 लिखा. Okay. Or is it this? Or would it be 1s0, 2s1, 2p1? Shoot, that is weird. Yeah, that makes things a little weird, doesn't it? Okay. To keep things simple, we will assume this, and hence that the answer will go to 3. That's it. Right? So it could be either px, py, or pz, and hence the answer for this question is 3. And this is a bit of a leap of faith, yeah. I'm being straight with you. This is a bit of a leap of faith. Yeah. So it's not 9, it's 3. JEE में advanced में आया था, hence I thought, yeah, we'll do a question like this. All right. Cool. Any questions so far? Are you guys okay? Are you guys all right? सब ठीक है? We'll do some 2 or 3 simple things now and we'll call it a day. Pauli's exclusion principle. मुझे लगा अगली क्लास में करेंगे, but since we almost completed so much stuff, कर लेते हैं, इसको भी कर लेते हैं. What is Pauli's exclusion principle? Wolfgang Pauli, just like Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. He said no 2 electrons can have the same set of all 4 quantum numbers. All 4, मतलब चौथा भी. Which means if I have 4 quantum numbers, I'm talking about one specific electron. Okay, like उसका address, उसका पता. Well, theoretically, Heisenberg's uncertainty principle still applies. You can't find its place and its velocity at the same time. So he also said that, look, it restricts the filling of number of electrons on an orbital. What does that mean? You have a maximum of just 2 electrons in each subshell. ठीक है? That's it. Okay. Pauli's exclusion. Next one is Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. All this theory comes here. इसलिए आपको बता रहा हूँ. What did he say? He said that okay, same subshell के degenerate में पहले एक इलेक्ट्रॉन भरेगा और बगल वाले में भी एक भरेगा, बगल वाले में एक भरेगा, and they must all have the same spin. ठीक है? मतलब pairing does not happen until all of these guys are singly filled. And the reason behind this, and this is an empirical rule, मतलब कि we have observed it and hence we say that great. There's no maths that proves this or anything. It's an empirical rule. You work backwards. Okay. You figure out the lowest energy arrangement of electrons. There's something called exchange energy, which you don't have to learn at all. This is taught in BSc first year and also in MSc and stuff. Cool. We'll talk about this more in the next session. I think we're done. आज के लिए इतना काफी है. So how do you like this sort of a session where we did a lot of questions? Was that enjoyable? Would you like me to do more questions from this book, which scares you a little bit, but was still fun? Let me know in the comments. This is Atkins. This is Peter Atkins that people keep talking about. Oh, great book. But you can do it. It's no big deal. But you got to just like read properly. Yeah, you got to figure out what to read from here. A reference book is as good as how you are able to make use out of it. Okay? It has a lot of extra stuff. I don't recommend everybody to go and buy Peter Atkins and start reading it. But it's a fun book to read if you're preparing for advanced. If you're preparing for JEE main, you must read books. मेरा lecture देख रहे हो, बहुत अच्छी बात कर रहे हो. कौन सी book? बहुत simple है यार. Not this. Not this. This right here. NCERT. Please read this. आजकल JEE main और NEET में word to word इसी book से सवाल आ रहे हैं. Please read this book. And even if that was not happening, the book is a decent book. What else you need to do? I'm almost at the end of this chapter, इसलिए मैं थोड़ा और ज़्यादा ज्ञान दे रहा हूँ इसमें. This is never like this. Never like this. You will always do N plus L rule. Don't bunk this. This is the waste of time. I don't know why this is an NCERT. N plus L rule is what will save you. ये सब बकवास है. ठीक है? And I mean that. It's politically incorrect for me to say it, but I don't know why they put that weird diagram there. It should be N plus L rule. Okay. Okay. There is some mention of this whole क्या बोलते हैं इसको exchange energy in NCERT. Please read it. I don't know why they've put it here. It's very क्या बोलते हैं superficial. But ठीक है. Interest के लिए पढ़ना चाहो तो please read it. We'll talk about this a little bit more in the next session. And yeah, please solve all the questions at the end of the book. There are around 50 now. How many? 70 questions approximately. Right? 70 सवाल हैं. करिए इसको आराम से करिए. You have a lot of time in life. Probably you don't have a lot of time in life. But after you're done with that, go to this. Go to exemplar. Go to class 11. Go to chemistry. कहाँ गया chemistry? I'm done on session. इसको निकलना निकल जाओ. But this is important if you want to get a really high score in. If you want to get a 99 percentile plus, you got to do this. There's no two ways about it, right? In JEE main, you want to get a 99% plus percentile plus. In NEET, if you want to get a 650 plus, this is what you got to do. Okay, it's the same strategy for both of these. For advanced, थोड़ा और effort लगाना पड़ेगा. Besides this, you got to read things from first principles. Come to my server, we'll talk about it. I don't think saying things about advanced on this public forum will be detrimental to people who are preparing for JEE main, because they'll be like, they'll get into that और वो basics नहीं करेंगे. People get Erudov, Protov and all, they don't do this. But you need to do this. सबसे पहले ये करना है. Exemplar के exactly ये सवाल same तरीके के have been coming in JEE main and in NEET and also in advanced. So please do this. All right. Shaurya, that was NCERT, bro. What do you mean? Which book? Are you serious? Which book was that? Shaurya, you just pulling my leg or what? That was NCERT, bro. Why would I tell you any other book? Oh, this is Atkins. This is Peter Atkins. If you're talking about this book, but no, NCERT, bro. NCERT. This is exemplar. Okay. Please solve these questions. देखो similar question ही मैंने पूछे हैं. इनमें से कौन से degenerate orbital सिंपल चीज है. Everything we've done in our sessions उससे आप आराम से सब कर पाओगे. Which means just by doing NCERT, you will be able to get a 99 percentile plus आराम से. Like, I'm not making this up. Obviously, it's a lot of effort, but the process is defined. It's well defined. It's not an unknown. It's a very known thing. बहुत vast है syllabus actually. ठीक है. एक दो सेशन और बचे हैं हम लोग के. एक ही सेशन बचा क्या? Was this my 7th session with you? देन एक ही सेशन बचा है ऑफ एटॉमिक स्ट्रक्चर। ठीक है, कूल, मिलेंगे, बहुत ज्ञान हो गया। आज क्या है, थर्सडे है। सैटरडे को मैं बिटसैट के पीवाईक्यूज करने वाला हूं। सो इफ यू हैव एनी फ्रेंड्स हु आर राइटिंग बिटसैट इस साल 2024 में, टेल देम अबाउट इट। एंड इफ यू वांट टू चेक आउट माय सेशंस इन जनरल, this is where they're all at. If you want to come to Discord, Telegram, come everywhere. And all my sessions are on this. It's a pinned comment. If you want to download the app, the awesome Aakash app, which has crazy, crazy, crazy animations, you want to understand solid state. If you want to understand things properly, get the app. Seriously. Read a good book. Get the Byju's Aakash app. It has such insanely detailed stuff that there are no videos that are better. No way. Not for this space. Not for the JEE space. All right. Tada. NCRT, don't always first NCRT. Uske baad anything else. Bye. See you around.